Hola estudiantes, hoy vamos a aprender sobre los verbos reflexivos, reflexive verbs. If that's not a term that's familiar to you, that's all right. We're going to learn about them today. So, reflexive verbs are a special type of verb that indicate the person is doing an action to himself or herself rather than to another person or object. The subject of the sentence is the same as the object. Okay, so if you're doing something and you're doing it to yourself and not some other object, you are both the subject and the object in that sentence. That is a reflexive verb because the verb reflects back on you. The endings of the verbs are the same as a regular verb. So, o for yo and amos for nosotros. Okay, all those regular verb endings are going to apply. You can have them in the present tense or the past tense or the future tense. But what's different is the beginning. You add two letters. Okay. You already know one of these verbs really well. It's llamarse, like se llama, and we've also used caerse, se cae. One easy way to think about the difference between a regular verb and a reflexive verb is to look at this example. So, lava might mean he washes or she washes, but se lava means he washes himself. The se indicates he's doing the action to himself. So if you want to say that someone's like washing their own hands, se lava las manos. But if that person is washing a dog or a car, lava el carro or lava el perro. Okay, so when you're doing the action to yourself, that's the reflexive one. Okay, we also know se llama, se cae, and a few others that I think will look familiar to you once you see them. So here are the reflexive pronouns. We've been talking about se, as in se llama. You also know me, as in me llamo. Te goes with tú, as in te llamas. Se can go with él, ella, or usted. The reflexive pronoun for nosotros or nosotras is nos, as in nos llamamos, we call ourselves. The reflexive pronoun for vosotros or vosotras is os. You've probably never heard that. We don't use vosotros a whole lot because it's only used in Spain, and reflexive verbs are used even less often than that, so maybe store it away. Os llamáis. And then se is also used for ellos, ellas, and ustedes. So se and se are the same. Se llaman. Okay, they are called. You should copy this on your notes now. So let's do some examples. ¿Cómo se dice en español I shower myself? Because that's how you would say it in Spanish correctly. It's a reflexive verb, ducharse. Okay, so the correct answer is me ducho. The me is the reflexive part. It refers to myself, and it goes at the beginning. And then I also have ducho in the yo form. Me ducho. How about another one? ¿Cómo se dice en español we wash ourselves? Lavarse. Okay, I hope you figured out that it's nos lavamos. The lavamos is in the nosotros form, and then the nos is the reflexive part. It indicates we're doing something to ourselves. Another example. ¿Cómo se dice en español he shaves himself? The verb is afeitarse. Okay, I hope you got se afeita. Se afeita. ¿Cómo se dice en español they put their shoes on themselves? as opposed to putting them on somebody else. The verb is ponerse. Right? This one also uses se, but it's in the form of ellos because it's they. Se ponen los zapatos. ¿Y cómo se dice en español? You brush your hair yourself. The verb is cepillarse, and you're doing this action to yourself. All right, this one is te cepillas el pelo. The verb cepillar is in the tú form, and then I've added te at the beginning because it's reflexive. Te cepillas el pelo. ¿Cómo se dice en español? I brush my teeth myself. I hope that you do. It would be gross if you were brushing someone else's teeth. Cepillarse. This one is me cepillo los dientes. Okay, uno más. ¿Cómo se dice en español? You call yourself. This one should be pretty easy. The verb is llamarse. It is te llamas, which I hope sounds familiar from ¿Cómo te llamas? How do you call yourself? Y por fin, ¿cómo se dice en español? We stand ourselves up. The verb is levantarse. Okay, this one is nos levantamos. It sounds similar to levántate, and the te in levántate is referring to you standing yourself up, but this is we. Nos levantamos. Oh, I lied. There's a bonus one. This is also a stem-changing verb, so it's a little tough. ¿Cómo se dice en español? She goes to sleep herself, or she goes to bed herself. Acostarse. All right, this one is se acuesta. Se acuesta. Bueno, now that's the end. I hope that all made sense to you, but we're going to practice in class a lot. If you have any questions, bring them then. Muchas gracias y hasta luego.